You got 4 kids, right?
Yeah, I do. I have Gracie's an actress.
I
My
know
daughter
Grace. I met her at cons before. In fact, she texted me and she said, "You will have a blast with my dad. He is great."
isn't she sweet?
She said it was unsolicited. You guys are really tight, huh?
Yeah, it's amazing because the others are more private, and she's very private too. Grace is very private, but she's an actress, so she's fair game because she's in this field. So that's and she understands that. But yeah, we all saw each other at that con together. We all were at a Comic Con together, and
Yeah, and I met her before that at some other con, and she was really funny. She's a goofball. She's really funny and like doesn't take herself seriously. And
yeah,
um,
she's been on sets her whole life. She grew up on sets. Johnny Depp held her in his hands when she was a baby on Sleepy Hollow in England, and she was when I was Tarzan in Africa. She came to the set there, and she was being carried around by this lady that was taking care of the house that I was staying in, and one of the Zulu ladies, and she just had she'd carried Gracie around, this little blonde haired baby, but right in through Zulu Natal, and it was amazing to see. I mean, it's
Hollywood royalty, that baby.
She is Hollywood royalty. Yeah,
She is.
Robert Mitchum as her great grandfather.
Isn't that? I mean, who could? That's pretty amazing. And you worked with him.
I did. He played he played George Stevens to my James Dean. And he did that as a favor. He told them when the director came, I said, who'd you get to play this? Because we had some really cool characters in that movie. We had Mike Connors, Bannox, playing Jack Warner, and then we had Casey Kasem playing his yes man, and then we had Joseph Campanella playing my father in that, and Diane Ladd, and we had and then we had Robert Mitchum. I said, "Who'd you get to play George Stevens?" They go, "Oh, we got this actor," and he walked out of the trailer, and I'm like, he's like, "Hey, and you're ready to shoot this?" And I'm like, I go to the director, "Why didn't you tell me?" He goes, "He told me not to tell you."
How nervous were you?
I was so nervous, and I wish they had told me because I was like, I would have prepared more, but we nailed. Robert he did scenes in one take, and you know what? We did them all in one take. I was lucky though. I was just lucky. I mean, he was just like, I was just in awe. But he came and did that as a favor because they didn't have the money for him. It was a shitty little movie, I mean, money wise, it's not like I'm not badmouth the movie. I'm saying, money wise, it's not a big budget movie. It's a tiny movie. So there you go.
How old was he? How old was he at this time?
He was 74.
Did he still have that tough guy kind of air about him?
At the end, he had emphysema, and that kind of made him, go down a little bit. But he was always just a good guy.
That's awesome. Just to say you worked with him.